In October 2021, the Chuttlemen, Ross, Brian, and Sam, convened at a cabin in the woods to start a podcast. Deep in the basement, they discovered the Goo Book. Unfortunately, they had made the mistake of muttering the incantation inside. Now cast into the Chuttleverse and trapped in a time loop, they are the crypt keepers of the Goo Gods, forced to ask and answer the same questions about a different horror movie every episode. This episode, they are chuttling.
ScreamFest. Hello, Chuttle Club family. Welcome to a very special broadcast of the Chuttle the Pod Horror Movie Club. We are coming to you not live. I always want to do that. I always want to be like, we're coming to you live from the Chuttle Club Crypt. But I mean, right now in the moment, we're live with each other. So I guess in essence, that's true.
Yeah, and we are alive. So
thank goodness.
Yeah. Those beautiful voices. Ross, Sam, hi guys.
Hi.
You know those guys. I don't need to introduce them at this point. You know Chuttle.
I didn't know this place had a theater.
Me neither.
Just keep walking around. Keep going, man. There's so many fun places here. They got so many different rooms. If you've seen lately on our Instagram, I've been in all sorts of escapades going around the Chuttle Club.
Super
Crypt.
techie. I like it.
And in a box in one of them, and in a shower in the other.
Ooh, yeah.
You never know.
So it's fun. We got everything here.
We have to bathe.
Showers.
We've got everything here.
Theaters.
We're doing fine.
Tree rooms.
We're simple.
That is the theater indeed. And beaming into the theater, we had a selection of movies from this year's ScreamFest that is out in the real world, known as Los Angeles, California. Some people might call that another world out there. Hey,
Zingo.
Hot take.
that's for our middle of America listeners right there that like to get a jab at those big
that
cities
was for the
and stuff.
Heartland.
Yeah. Oh, we took it hard. I don't know what this bit is I'm doing. I told you I'm gonna wing it.
I like it. Just keep on going.
Anyway, so beaming into that theater, the ScreamFest came in with a nice selection of movies that we got to saw. So we're gonna kind of get into a little bit that we were able to check out and what we enjoyed, what we whatever. We're gonna get into that.
Spoiler: I did not watch a single actual full-length feature film. So I'm going to be asking you lots of questions.
Questions abound from Ross. He will be your kind of eyes and ears into what we,
I'm the everyman.
We saw here. So Ross is going to help you all out.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, we have to thank our acolytes, our patrons, our wonderful supporters of the Chuttle Club Crypt and the Chuttle Club itself. $3 for club dues. And you get all sorts of goodies when you jump in there. Go to Patreon, go to our links, check it out. And if you can't, you know what you can do? Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, spread the love of Chuttle the Pod, get us out there to someone.
Yeah.
And that would be cool. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
And we love you. So with all that said, let's just go ahead and get in the club members avowed and the Chuttle book stamped with our kisses. Let's go ahead and begin the meeting.
Chuttle Rihanna Spartus.
Give me that goo. Oh yeah.
We're hanging out. This is guys. This is going to obviously be a little bit looser of an episode, just because we're not following one film in our normal structural format here. As I said, ScreamFest. This is their 25th anniversary here in 2025.
Hey, congratulations, guys! 25 years.
Our first year getting to be a part of it and cover it.
Feels good.
And it's so exciting, like I said, to be trapped in another dimension and still have that opportunity to attend a film fest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank the Goo Gods for that one.
Thank the Goo Gods. So they had a whole bunch of, it looked like a really good time what they had going on out over in LA in person. A lot of different feature films, a lot of different short films, a lot going on over there, and obviously the special events and stuff like that. What we were able to see out of everything is kind of what we're going to go over tonight. And I think we're just going to go through it a little bit one by one of what we were able to check out. We also have a list of who took home some awards from ScreamFest.
That's right.
And won some of those things that we'd like to go over. We're only able to see, I think Ross and Sam. Ross did watch some of the shorts we were able to check out. So we were able to check out just a very small amount of those because being trapped in another dimension is very time consuming when you get lost in all these rooms.
Well, yeah, you have to explore.
Absolutely.
I found an exploring room. It's just seems like it goes on and on.
Exactly. It's a fun place to be, but sometimes the time and the catches up with you. And I know we're looping, but who cares? Let's get into this one. All right. So the first movie that we were able to check out, both myself and Sam were able to see this one, was Thinestra. And as you saw on our Instagram, if you saw the video I made for that, you saw my opinion on it, so I'm excited to hear what Sam has to say about it. But let me tell Ross a little bit about Thinestra real quick.
Yeah.
This is a miracle drug delivers the overnight weight loss you've always dreamed of, but will it turn you into a walking nightmare?
Question mark?
Thinestra stars identical twins Melissa and Michelle Macedo. And then I guess here's the other little synopsis to it. It's almost a Christmas movie. There's like a big Christmas theme going on to it, which is a fun part of it.
So it could
They're
be around for
working
the
on
holidays?
like a Christmas commercial or like a PR campaign for an eggnog that's meant to be drank year round or something, right?
Year round eggnog?
Snog, yeah.
Snog.
So it's fun. It's got that fun aspect to it. So it's a sweltering Christmas in LA. Penny, plagued by body dysmorphia and cycles of binge eating, impulsively takes Thinestra, a mysterious Ozempic-like drug. It's like this little pill, basically, that's given to her by like this model that's working on one of the Snog photo shoots. That night, she violently expels masses of fat in a painful and grotesque purge. But her discarded flesh returns, and the like of Hyde to Penny's Jekyll, Penelope is born. As her ravenous doppelganger wreaks bloody havoc, Penny struggles to regain control. Can she overcome her hunger before it's too late?
Ooh, this is So
the fat expelling scenes are made me like go.
Some body horror, some body horror kind of,
Certainly, it was. I had fun with this one, especially within those aspects. It's literally like, I don't want to give too much away of the story towards the end and what we get into and everything, but into the special effects and everything, it's like literally when she takes this drug, it starts like globs of fat are like coming off of her skin and she's like pushing them.
It's like it's coming through her pores,
out of her pores, essentially, and like squeezing it out of her body, and it's real icky.
Seems painful.
It seems real gross.
Yeah, that's a really interesting concept. It seems like that would be a really good body horror scene. It almost gives me the way you kind of describe it, almost like Substance vibes.
Boom. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It's a natural comparison.
And it's going to be compared to that, because there's the social commentary behind the perception of one's body and society's perception of body and all that kind of stuff too.
And like a physical manifestation of that afterwards and the duplicate. And
it made me look at the severity of body dysmorphia differently.
Yeah.
Because I was pretty quickly like, why would you keep doing this? You're not going to do that again.
Right.
But she the trapped in your body hatred is so severe that you'll do anything. That's
And it doesn't, if you don't really address those problems, maybe a evil doppelganger version of yourself will come out and kill.
We'll do it for you.
Cause some mayhem in some fun and bloody ways.
Cool. That sounds good.
Yeah, and I think we were talking about this before the pod started. This is a huge plus on Chuddle and at least Sam and I. A lot of these movies come in around an hour 30, hour 20. Like
nice.
One was an hour 12.
That's a comfortable landing.
Yeah, so like I applaud that. It respects our time and still delivers a good, fun story.
Yes.
So that was Thinestra. Again, I don't know if any of these, because I know throughout fests and everything, a lot of things will slowly get like picked up by distribution and like have like announcements and fun stuff. Don't have any of that information for any of these movies, unfortunately, but keep your guys' eye out if any of these sound interesting to you. There are a few movies on the list that we saw that didn't really hit hard for me, but maybe it'll be interesting to you guys if that subject matter. I think a lot of it was subject matter on some of these other ones that were I didn't.
Okay.
So Thinestra, thanks. Good job. Next one was Dead by Dawn. And this one was coming out of Poland. So I was excited for this one. To see what...
Just by the pretense, I'm already thinking Evil Dead, but I'm probably way off.
I mean...
Correct.
Yeah.
This is very Giallo inspired. Some big old nods to Argento.
Okay. But how does it land as an homage to Giallos and Argento?
Well, it was very, very visually striking movie.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of lost me towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand that. It's artsy. It has moments of being really artsy. It's very stylized. It's borrowing heavy from the Giallo inspiration. I mean, you gotta love red and blue lighting. You gotta love all that kind of aspect.
Ooh, I love red and blue lighting.
I liked it. I was here for it. I mean, the killer is, a mask. Like, you don't see who it is, in a black trench leather coat,
black gloves,
Ooh.
knife.
So classic Giallo.
But it is wearing this, really, I thought was fun, weird,
bizarre mask
that's like just a bunch of eyeballs. Like all around it,
Oh.
like an eyeball head,
real eyeballs, but like an eyeball head. So I was like, that's a fun little. It was visually pleasing. Like,
yes,
I will say, I don't know if we'll probably mention this for a few of the foreign films. I imagine a lost in translation type of aspect for it too, that could have been happening.
Mm-hmm.
But
some cultural stuff.
Cultural stuff is naturally gonna happen. But I know there was something there, and I think I was getting confused at times, but I didn't mind it. I thought what I was watching was visually pleasing enough. I liked what was happening, and the ending was, I'd have to revisit it again to see if it really... I could go either way, probably at this point, of like really liking it or just being like kind of like, I don't know if the ending did it for me or whatever.
Sure.
But overall, I like what was... I enjoyed the style. I'd like to see... It's
set in a theater, like this spooky
We didn't even tell you like the premise of it. Yeah. We're just like going on about this because it is so stylized. Like, I think that's fun and interesting. It is, I don't want to call it polarizing, but it is. It's obviously getting a conversation going. It's Polandizing. That's what we would call it.
Oh,
sure. Okay. So these actors rehearsing at the mysterious Eisenhof Theater face a deadly threat when a masked killer appears. The theater, play, and murders are revealed to be part of an occult ritual. So it's this whole larger occult thing with this, like, I don't know if it's like this aristocratic family that owned this theater, and like there's a whole it's a lot. Like it's all, there's a lot of stuff thrown in there, and I think it probably could have been
trimmed a little bit,
something to really hone in and nail down. But I think it's, I don't know. Like I said, I had fun with it, but I think it's going to be up in the air for a lot of people.
Okay.
But if you're into some cool visuals, it might be one of those great.
But for visually striking, if you're the type of person that likes to get really stoned before watching something visually striking, go ahead and check it out.
Up next, Sam, unfortunately, was the only one that got to watch this movie, Deathgasm. I didn't get to it because I realized Deathgasm 2, Gormageddon, is what was at the festival.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I had never seen Deathgasm 1 to completion, and I never got around to watching it before watching this. So, Sam, I'll let you give your thoughts on this, or if you want to talk.
Sure. Can you give the description of the movie?
I'd love to. Coming from their synopsis here. In the sequel to the 2015 cult splatter metal classic, Brody is a washed up bloke and stuck in a small town purgatory when he learns that Noise Quest, a Battle of the Bands competition, is coming to his town. He sees a shot at redemption and maybe even a second chance with Medina. One problem. His drummer is missing an arm, and the rest of his band, dead. Luckily, Brody still has the pages of the Black Hymn, so raising his bandmates from the Great Beyond is just a riff away. But with every chord comes Blutz, Bloods. That's a combination of blood and guts. So if anyone's interested, Bloods and the kind of apocalyptic chaos only Deathgasm can unleash.
Cool.
Yeah, that sums it up. It was I have seen Deathgasm, but I don't remember it, and I didn't rewatch it for this.
Sure.
Talking to fans of Deathgasm, it seems like this is they'll enjoy this one. More of the same, if not kicking it up a notch. The practical effects in it were awesome. There's a ton of like cameos from metal people, bands, and
Metal folk.
things like that. The standout performance, there's a character, Jesse Dead, and a actor, Kieran Charnock, played him. Shout out. Great performance. Loved him in this movie.
Shout out.
And it's honestly, it may have been a bit too juvenile for me overall.
What?
I know, which is crazy to say, but it's true. And
I think you're the youngest of us.
I will say, though, and it's probably going to make it a must-watch for you too when I say this, which is so funny. But if you are a fan of, I don't know, dick mutilation humor, this is a must-see. I'll leave it at
Instant
that.
watch for me now.
Yeah. That's definitely a process
Sold.
out. That's up of at least 2/3 of our audience's alley for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've seen Night of the Demon.
Yeah. If you're a fan of DMH, then
DMH. I like it. Dick
this is
mutilation
a
humor.
must. Honestly, this might be like top of the list of our. We got Outwaters, Night of the Demon, others. Fresh.
Yeah.
I can't think of. We always point out.
Can't think of all the dick rips right now, but yeah. So this is You said mutilation. So is there more than ripping?
Yes.
Ripping and gripping and slipping and tripping.
Oh.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 3 goose splats, how many goose splats for dick ripping?
3.
Dick mutilation. DMH. 3.
Ooh.
That's 3 goose splats for the DMH and Deathgasm 2. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And the practical effects are awesome. I mean, it's a good ride, but there are parts where I was just like, all right.
Yeah, no. Awesome.
You get that, yeah.
I get it, man. I get it. Okay, cool. Deathgasm 2. Look out for it. I'm sure that one will be dropping somewhere. Like, I feel like that's got some easy play. Up next, we'll have, this one was fun, but unfortunately, I was the only one that was able to see this, is Apopheniacs.
Ooh.
Apopheniacs is a young man is obsessed with creating deep fake videos, eagerly finding new ways to exploit the technology. From pornography to manufacturing a racist rant, his videos are incredibly cruel and vile. As his creations are unleashed into the world, he sows havoc with absolutely no regard for the consequences. Lives are ruined and lost, all due to fake videos created for seemingly no good reason at all, except that the technology exists. So why not use it? So this one is, there's a lot being said here, but it's also not a lot being said here. It's very vague on what it is, and I think that's purposeful for this movie. It's the best way. I was purposely vague when I did my review of it too. It's because the story's fun. I said something you have definitely seen before, and you're gonna, if you look into it at all, you're gonna see it compared to Quentin Tarantino, if anything.
Okay.
But with like a horror movie, AI is the, in terms of its storytelling, we'll say. So I thought that worked really well. And it was really fun telling the dangers of what someone can do with a deep fake video and how it can affect someone's lives. Like it kind of all said in here, like the racist rant, pornography, what can all this do? And the bloody consequences thereof. If you're fans of Sean Gunn, I'm a James Gunn's brother. He's in this, and he has a nice fun role.
Okay,
I
cool.
like anything that he's in as well. Yeah, definitely check it out. The thing that interested me, and I'll say it every time, is that there was a video of the director being interviewed, Chris Mars Piliero, about this. I think after it played at Fantastic Fest, he's like talking in the video, and then Fred Durst like rolls up. And he's like, "Oh man, I love the film. It was great. Oh, it was so wild. It was so cool seeing everybody's reaction." So I was like, "All right, Fred Durst is on board with this." I'm like, and I'll say, I mean, I agree with Fred.
Mm-hmm. You'll roll with
I'm
it.
with Fred. I'll roll. I roll with Fred.
Was that a deep fake video?
Oh boy.
Whoa. Oh shit. But I think that's something we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of, if not already, the AI horror movie thing.
Oh, for sure.
We have another one on this list.
Yeah.
And I also enjoyed that one too. Different, completely different than what this one is, which was nice.
Sounds very different. Yeah.
So I personally enjoy this a lot. It was highly stylized. I thought the special effects awesome were really good in it too. It had really good practical fun gore and blood.
Well, it's also just a really fun, interesting premise, especially with that being pretty much on the crest of newer things coming out, and how AI videos and deepfake stuff is getting more realistic and way harder to actually decipher.
Easier to just do now. It's all like,
yes,
it's so much more powerful and so much easier with just, your phone, and you just like take a picture, plug it in, press a button, you can have a whatever the fuck you want out of it now. So Apopheniacs. It's a fun name to say, so look for it. All right, up next on our list of movies that we had beaming into the Shuttle Club Theater was The Doll Maker. This one came from Argentina, and I know we like, as soon as we see Argentina, I think that sparks our interest over here.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so in a small rural town, a charming doll maker becomes an unlikely suspect when a new detective investigates the disappearance of several women. I think this one is one of the ones that didn't hit it for me. There were moments of it where it was telling kind of a rather serious story of a rather depraved man, and some of his actions were showed on screen and I just didn't vibe with it. So like trigger warning stuff.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think, and I'll mention it now as one of the ScreamFest winners, the main actor, the guy in this movie, he won for the award of like best performance or best actor, whatever. I'll go over it again at the end. And he was great. And I think, even though, obviously I don't speak Spanish, I think a lot of that was good. There was a lot of really interesting cinematography to it. I remember a lot of really interesting shots. There's a lot of neat use of, it felt like the area where, I don't know, Argentina as well, wherever they were in Argentina here. It was interesting. I felt like I understood it a little bit. Like it felt almost like other movies we've seen, like getting to know this area a little bit more, like the farmlands of it. I was like, okay, totally. But also this, the more in town areas and stuff. So again, like I always like going over and seeing movies from other countries just to get in, kind of not involved, but just surrounded by that culture and everything. So fun to live in that.
Yeah, I like that too, but I also like just to expand and learn about like something else. You know what I mean?
Precisely. Yeah, that's what I meant by
myself out of like I find it helps with my perspective.
Yeah, I mean the only other big thing I didn't like, I felt like tonally it just like kind of changed a little bit. Like I felt like for how serious some of it got, there was other parts that was just too a little like, I was like at moment I was like, I'm having fun. I was like enjoying it. I was kind of like, oh, there's like a kind of a detective that's, I guess one of not the new detective. He's kind of almost a funny, like comedic relief. And I was like, okay, this is kind of funny. Yeah. And then it got like real serious real quick. I was like, oh, I was like, good on it, man. I mean, I was like, maybe my vibes were just off, but, it's definitely an interesting story, and I think there are some people that would be interested in checking out. So the doll maker, again, look out for it. Next on the list is Jimmy. This one comes out of the Netherlands. So another foreign one too. So I was interested in this.
Okay.
And the thumbnail that they use of it is a very interesting picture of like a woman draped between what looks like, I think it's two porter potties. It's very stylized. This is very style and bloodied up.
Yeah, it's actually very giallo. Okay. You know what I mean? Like
looking again.
The victim left in a very theatrical way.
Yes. So after years away, Delara returns home for the funeral of her childhood friend, Jennifer. The town feels different. Her old friend group even more so. Grief hangs in the air, but something else lingers too. The name no one says out loud. Jimmy. Once convicted of a violent crime, Jimmy became the town's urban legend. Now his story is back in circulation as a true crime podcast everyone's listening to. Against her better judgment, Delara starts listening too, but the voice in her headphones feels too familiar, too close, and after listening, something seems to be triggered when Jimmy returns to set right what was done to him.
Ooh.
What begins as a search for answers slowly unravels into something dangerous when another tragedy strikes during a memorial rave. Delaria realizes the past isn't done with him and Jimmy's story isn't over.
A memorial rave?
I hope you guys have a memorial rave for me if I die before you do.
Oh my gosh.
Is that what you want, Sam? Because we got to make sure we know to actually do that.
We actually have to know that.
That seems like a thing a wife would get mad at.
But it sounds funny.
Okay. This one has a lot going on with it. There's a lot of ideas thrown into it, and I think this is a lot of first time filmmakers, if I'm correct, or at least early on. And I see a lot of ideas here that, again, I think kind of looks like one of those things where there's just like too much there and too much inspiration. It's really, I feel like it's finding itself and figuring out who they are as a filmmaker and all that kind of stuff, because it has some of these really gorgeous kind of shots. That thumbnail, I think, is a beautiful shot, but then there is a lot of the use of the red and the blue lights, a lot of the like, you thought that other Dead by Dawn had a lot of the typical giallo. This has a lot of that just kind of thrown in there too. But I still think it's all done really well. So like that's what I was saying. Like it looks all good, but this was definitely one that I think got lost in translation for me, in the sense that I just was kind of lost with the story, which I think led me to being lost with the movie a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it'd be an interesting one to revisit, or to at least check out to see if the visuals are enough to grab you. And again, an hour 20 at that point too, it's like you're not having to commit to like, a 2-hour movie of nonsense and everything. A 2-hour movie of nonsense. Anything over 2 hours is a 2-hour movie nonsense. That's I think that's a good idea. Anyway, that's Jimmy. Sorry, not much else to say about it here. This was again one of the other ones that was the only one that I got to see. So
yeah.
Up next, this is one that Sam and I both got to see, which is fun. And I think Sam actually saw it before me. Was Cognitive, and that's spelled fun with like an AI in the middle, because this is another one of those AI thrillers. So in this sci-fi thriller horror, commenting on the ever-growing concern of AI taking our jobs, a group of coworkers stay late in the office in preparation for the launch of their smarter, faster, and more cognitive version of ChatGPT. They quickly come to realize that the AI they've created has its own sinister agenda. What? In this bloody battle of the smartest, each of these geniuses will have to outsmart Cognitive in order to survive. That's the name of the AI as well in the
Cognitive.
So they would say like, hey, Cognitive, do this. So this one had like some people. Noel Fisher, you might recognize, was in it. I know him. Well, it was funny because I think
I don't, but he was great in this. I wrote him down as a standout.
He's in like Shameless and stuff as one of the characters. my wife is literally watching Shameless, so I kind of walked out. I was like, oh, hey, that guy, I know him from that. He's great as like the tech startup, like
the bro
CEO
money guy,
or whatever.
yeah.
The bro money guy. He idolizes the like of Elon Musk and stuff, and he plays that role great. Tech bro, really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
This was fun.
Yeah,
I had fun with it.
it's a like satire, dark comedy. It's not like a spoof, you know what I mean? But it's making fun of the tech world. In a weird way, the humor kind of reminded me of Megan.
Okay, sure. I can see that.
Interesting. Okay.
And the kills are fun. You know, they're kind of silly in different ways, but good still. And there's another, the actor, I wanted to point it out, Natasha Benham, who played Liz, the stoner programmer girl. I just really enjoyed her. I thought she was great.
Oh, she was great. Yeah, the one that was tripping on mushrooms the whole time.
Yeah.
yeah, super fun. Fun and creative kills. And there's a fun little robot guy in it that's AI robot dude that he's, or I guess that's cognitive itself is rolling around in that, but that's a lot of fun. Yeah, just like a really good, fun, easy time, I think. And I think it plays well into people's, I guess, the Terminator perception of AI, what AI wants to do, right. You know, take over the world type of shit. I like to think of this as what happened the day before Skynet became online. And like this is like the scene, them panicking, trying to, you know, figure out what to do with it, and then the next day it goes online and Terminator happens. It all came from this. But no, yeah, I definitely think this one will probably be picked up. I hope sometime soon by someone, and you guys will be checking that one out. Cognitive, look out for it.
Awesome.
Now, from fun to a little bit more I don't know, evil. The devil whispered my name.
Interesting. All right, I'm already...
This one comes from Argentina as well. So another Argentine film. A decade after a tragic ancestral ritual claimed the life of her best friend, a young woman returns to her hometown in the mountains of Cordoba, only to discover that the evil forces she thought she'd left behind are still haunting her.
Ooh.
Sam and I both checked this one out as well. I think you saw this one before me. Also,
perhaps
this is one that
death
was
No, it's a death by evil ritual.
Yeah, so like, it's like at first it starts off. It's like this group of teens. They're going out in the woods, you know, hang out, have a good time, and they're all like, "Let's do some ayahuasca."
Yeah. Because they're like, don't we need shamans for this? And they're like, no, that's for Yankees and Europeans. Like, we can just do it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So just tripping balls.
But I love that they actually look like teens. I was shocked by how young they looked. I was like, this is not, you know, young adults playing teenagers. This is
actual teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was refreshing.
Yeah, and they're great. They're all just, you know, hanging out. They're all tripping balls and everything, and all this it's kind of unclear what really goes down and happens, but one of their friends ends up like dying, is murdered, is something. Well, and there's like this weird, like
something happened,
something weird all carved onto her chest, a symbol of sorts.
And there's blood around, she's by the river, there's blood around the pubic area of the dress.
Oh, and our main girl like wakes up the next morning and she has like
blood in her mouth,
thrown up blood, just blood in her mouth, all sorts of like.
Last time we saw her, she had been whispered to and wandered off into the woods.
And then we go from there. Yeah. Then I was like, I didn't know where this movie was going to go. So that was kind of fun to see. I was like, are we doing like a teen thing in the woods or?
Same. I didn't. Most of these, I didn't read a description or anything. I just put it on. And this was one of them. So yeah, then we did the time jump. 10 years later, she's like a ballerina in the city, but has to go back home because one of these friends has committed suicide. So she's going back for the funeral.
And things to continue to get spooky. And
I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but it kind of reminds me of the Damien Rugna movies that we all enjoy from Argentina, of just this like sort of unexplained evil that's taken over a town, and you're kind of
that's also
doing
like
what you can.
almost a Contagion type of thing.
Sure.
It seems like it moves and spreads its way out. So yeah, another evil town type movie.
Mm-hmm. It was cool.
Which I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I thought, again, I was really interested. I like seeing it. I like living in these different worlds. And I think I like religion as an infection spreading movies.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I like the idea of like the devil and demonic entity or whatever this is happening.
An infestation.
I think that's just, I think it's a fun and interesting idea. And we see it with Damien Rugna, which obviously we all like his films a lot and stuff. So it's like, I was engaged. I was like, what's our word for it?
Yeah. I actually, one of my notes was the central mystery kept me engaged, because even though it's, kind of this general evil thing around, you're still, what's going on, trying to figure it out, how do we get out, blah, 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 all this stuff. So it kept me going. And the cinematography and lighting I thought was awesome. It also, again, saw a lot of similarities to things, and we've seen other Argentine movies. I'm like, I need to get down to Argentina, man. This is beautiful.
It's true.
But also bleak one.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see how bleak some people think it is, but bleak over here.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. Again, if you like Damien Rugna, I think you'll definitely enjoy this film and like what that aspect.
I would say it's not like as stylized necessarily, but the sort of
correct
the storytelling of the sort of weird evil infestation. I like that way of putting it.
Yes,
it's like, oh, we got some evil in our attic. Gotta call an exterminator.
Got a spread of evil. Yeah, no, I'm excited for stuff like that. Get a little, I don't know, I guess exterminators, the evil exterminators, come in, get rid of that. All right, man. Devil Whispered by Name. Yeah, we definitely enjoy it. Check it out. Look for it. I'm gonna keep saying it after everyone. Dooba dooba, Sam. Dooba dooba.
Dooba dooba dooba.
Dooba dooba dooba. Dooba dooba. Okay, so dooba, if you're wondering what the hell we're talking about Dooba Dooba.
I am.
So
okay.
This is an interesting one. Another one of the on the shorter end. This one came out at an hour and 16, which was cool. Great. Love it.
So it was a short Dooba Dooba.
Yeah, and I think you'll understand why. It's shot entirely on in-home security camera and drawing on elements of analog horror popularized on YouTube. Dooba Dooba follows Amna as she arrives for what she assumes will be a typical babysitting gig. She realizes she's very mistaken when she learns that Monroe, the girl she's babysitting, is not only 16, but suffers from severe anxiety after having watched her brother get murdered when she was a child. Monroe's behavior becomes increasingly unbearable until Amna questions whether she wants to stay, not realizing she has no choice. Dooba dooba.
Dooba dooba.
So the parents, the Dooba Dooba thing. Yeah. They're great. But so the title comes from the girl has so much anxiety that when she hears footsteps around the house, she's afraid it might be an intruder. So whenever the parents make noise, they have to say Dooba Dooba so that she knows that it's them and she's safe. So like they'll just be walking up the stairs being like Dooba Dooba, Dooba Dooba Dooba
Dooba, I'm coming, little honey, Dooba Dooba, or whatever. Yeah. So
I feel like that's so much more unsettling.
And then again, drawing on like so it has a lot of the, if you're really into analog horror, it definitely follows that kind of format of almost, I don't know, analog horror. So a lot of weird random imagery thrown into the storytelling.
Yeah, that's certainly in there. For maybe I'm not exposed to enough of it, but I think of analog horror as being kind of boring and I didn't think this was particularly boring.
I get what you mean. It sure. And there's this aspect of, it's like, again, it is found footage all based around this in-home security system that is set up to watch out for the daughter.
Because she had so much anxiety that they had to put this all in. It's all CCTV. We can't even access it while we're not here. And, the parents, they're going out. They're going out to a party. They're going to go have a good time. What is clearly a swingers party or like a sex
going out
party.
To swing. Yeah.
The mom's wearing a blonde wig.
And dressed like a flower.
I saw that wig. That wig I spotted.
Oh, good. Awesome. Okay, I'm glad you noticed.
Ooh.
It's I didn't know how I felt while I was watching the movie, I think. And once I got to the end and it all, I guess, came together and stuff, I think I enjoyed it overall. I'm not sure what your feelings are, Sam.
I think maybe the same. Like,
right?
Well, even by the time it got to the end, I wasn't sure how I felt on it. But
Me
now,
too.
even just recalling it, I can tell by the way I'm talking about it and thinking about it, I enjoyed it.
It is again that the weird, as Sam would say, boring analog horror. There's just a different storytelling aspect to it, and I mean, It is stylized in that sort of way, which could probably be a turnoff for a lot of people.
It's presented as like a high school or like a project for graduation credit or something.
Yeah.
So it's really funny. The thing is, I didn't know the tone
at first. The beginning was hilarious.
Okay.
And even like there are some extreme themes towards the end, but I feel like it still has a touch of that weird humor.
Weird humor to it. So what you're saying is this is a do watch this.
That's why we keep you around. Do check it out if it comes around.
If it sounds like something, yeah.
Again, an hour 16. It's not that much of like
totally.
You don't have a huge commitment in it.
Yeah.
And if you hear analog horror and normally that might turn you off, take it from me. Give this one a shot.
Nice.
Yeah. Someone who's normally turned off from it. Dooba, everyone. Dooba. The last one, this is the only other movie that we had. Like I said, there were so many other films for this festival, but this is all we were able to get our hands on. And honestly, even if we got more, we probably wouldn't have been able to get to much. It would have just been having it crammed in there. And this was only one that I was able to saw, and I'll just talk a little bit about it, is Pitfall. And this is after a young man is separated from his friends in the woods. He falls into a 10-foot deep pit of spikes, impaling him through his leg and leaving him trapped. Oh. He quickly learns that his fall was not an accident.
Man, you fall into a pit and it has spikes in it. That's like a double whammy.
This has someone you might recognize. I know this is he's been on a few things we've checked out. Richard Harmon is in this. He was in Low Lives. Yeah. What else? Something else we had just seen or something.
Final Destination Bloodlines. He's the cool tattoo guy.
Yes. So again, great. Always love seeing him. So I recognized him. And the main bad guy, this sort of, it's all about this. I'm going to call him the Hunter. I don't know if that's his credited name or whatever. That like is hunting these people. So that's your basic premise. People in the woods being hunted by a ruthless killing machine. Is Randy Couture, who was a famous MMA boxer, fighter
and clothing designer, right?
yes, very couture and hot. And I thought he was great as this sort of ruthless killer. I keep saying the thing that did surprise. So I didn't know what to expect with this movie, and I guess you could follow it along the lines of, not the hillbilly version of Wrong Turn, not the inbred hillbillies. Like, it's just, I think of the one guy in it or whatever, like Randy Couture, but he's just going out and killing teens and a bunch of people and just trapping them in his traps.
Killing these college kids all over his property.
Yeah, that's his property.
Okay. So is this like these kids are trespassing and he's like using extreme force to,
Well, he has
Who
like all
knows?
these pits set up, which it's pretty funny because they like almost fall into one of the pits at one point, and they're like, "Whoa, that's crazy! Trappers shouldn't even be using that. That's illegal. All right, we got to just be careful while we're out here." And then it eventually leads to one of the guys falling in and gets this spike through his leg and he can't move and all this shit. But what I was surprised with, so I didn't know where we were going. I mean, story wise, it's again, this isn't one of those ones I was just like super, I guess, interesting to me for the story, but it was all shot very well. It was a beautiful,
It's done well for what it
done well,
is.
and then the gore and the effects I thought were awesome. There was a lot of shit that surprised me. I mean, it was almost like they were giving ratings for a film in one of the scenes because their fingers got chopped off. It was a 4-finger film from one of the people in this.
Ooh,
I'll say that. And I was like, whoa, that was really cool. So there's a lot of cool stuff in it. I think it would be definitely interesting to if these types of movies. I don't think I watch a lot of like, I don't know, woods attacked by, I don't know. I feel like this has a subgenre of horror, but I don't know what to place it in exactly.
Haunted in the woods horror.
Haunted,
like
maybe it's just
Deliverance.
hunted. I guess it's hunted, but if hunted horror in the woods entices you,
Dangerous
I think,
game.
yeah, that type of stuff.
yes.
Then I think Pitfall, yeah, definitely check it out. This one again, I think is one. This has enough, I don't know, production value behind it that it seems like it's picked up. It's going to be on a thing somewhere soon.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I was a big fan of The Pest, so that means I'll probably like this too.
The Pest. Why is
the
that?
John Leguizamo movie where
Yeah,
he
I'm
gets
aware.
Oh my
he gets
God,
hunted.
yeah.
That he signs up to be hunted.
Yes, I think this is.
That's the plot.
This
of
is
the movie.
like the horror movie version of The Pest.
Is this the horror sequel?
Yeah, I think it actually is a direct sequel. I think I said Randy Couture. I meant John Leguizamo.
Johnny Legs.
Is-
Wow.
And it is The Pest. He is doing
Pest
the hunting
2,
now.
Pitfall. He's
Precisely.
got crazy
So-
over the past 20, 30 years. What's it been?
How long? When was he pesting? How long ago was he pest? The Pest. Anyway, yeah, Pitfall. I definitely recommend check it out. Cool.
Nice.
Okay, so as I mentioned before, we saw, or I didn't even get to see any of the shorts. I didn't get locked out of them. I'm just saying I did. Ross and Sam, I believe, was able to check out the small amount, but there was a lot of shorts. That's what I think was cool about this festival, because they were also paired up with a lot of the movies. So if you were going to see one of the movies there, you would have seen one of the shorts.
One of the shorts beforehand.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So this one here is Don't Be Afraid. I'll read the synopsis and you guys can tell me a little bit about it. A ghost story about a depressed photographer making a comeback with newly taken photos at the location where his son once disappeared. At the exhibition, visitors discover that someone is actually standing in the background of the photos.
That's it.
Nailed it.
That was definitely it.
That was what you watched?
Yeah, it's I enjoyed it. It was very I guess better murky. You know, I think like the way that the gallery is set up, and you kind of get these tidbits of the relationship between the main character and his kid before the disappearance, because they kind of bring it up in dialogue a little bit. Yeah, it's a funky one. I love the photos too, because all the photos are basically done in pitch black with this ginormous flash.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's this high contrast, very like blurry kind of setup. So I thought the idea of having a hidden image in a blurred photo like that was pretty cool, just because like you don't really know what you're looking at.
Reading the description beforehand I think helped a lot, because I didn't know the story, so I'm like, what is going? Oh, whoa! There's somebody in these pictures. Cool, you know. I loved all that.
Yeah.
Part of
This
it.
one is Swedish, so right? It was subtitled.
It's foreign. I can.
Or were
Yeah.
they speaking English?
No, it sounds
Okay.
Sweden could be the country for sure.
Well, it is.
Couldn't place it myself.
Yeah, I like it because it will, like, especially for the short, like it kind of has this, especially when you get to the climax of it. I think it's a really fun kind of way of kind of like ending it, I guess, with all the presentation, because it uses the flash that he uses for the photography as a component to the end part of the film. And it's very unnerving because it's pitch black. And then you just have these like pops of just huge flash, which is like, I don't know, normally is like a gimmick, but because of the buildup for it, like it's just
nice.
Thought it was a great spooky little story.
Aw, that's fun. Give yourself a spooky little time with a spooky little story.
Yeah, a little ghost
Let's
story.
move on to the next one. Franken Babes from Beyond the Grave. Now this comes from Andrew Bowser, which we love here as Onyx the Fortuitous, and you might know him as the whatever guy, Arby's guy thing.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I didn't know him before Onyx. And I
notice
went
me,
back and saw
senpai.
those.
Notice me.
Yeah,
that's what.
I had so much fun with Franken Babes from Beyond.
This one has a quick little one sentence. Let me see if this accurately describes what do we got. Frankenscience and religious ideology reanimate a cohort of recently deceased fetishists to create the perfectly subservient woman only to unleash hell on the patriarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's fetishists. I mean, because it was just a burlesque troupe, but I mean,
fetishists.
Fetishists.
So you enjoyed it?
But yeah.
You had fun?
I did. I mean, like, this gave me, like, just in the best way possible, like 80s schlock, like Frankenhooker, just really fun pops of color when it comes to the actual practical effects of all of these different kind of like the Franken Babes looked amazing because they looked also very eclectic. Like, so there wasn't
the
just a standard
design on each one was
so cool. So cool. The gore effects were fantastic. And it's also like, it's gory, but also very cheeky and like lighthearted.
Yeah.
That seems to be very much Andrew Bowser. And that's what, I mean, I like so much about Onyx the Fortuitous was that the character design and all that kind of stuff that and the effects design. So I'm glad to hear that carries over into this.
He doesn't appear in this at all, like as anything. He just wrote and directed it. Jimmy Simpson is in it, who's in a lot of things. I think he's Mick Poyle from Always Sunny.
Sunny, yeah. I loved him as the scientist.
Yeah,
because he gave like it's just he's in it for the paycheck. Dude does not give two shits. I loved it.
But yeah, silly fun, just as the name promises.
Silly fun. I hope you guys will be able to check that out. And then the last one that we had for this was DIY. After a bizarre mishap hanging a picture frame in her apartment, a young woman runs to check on her neighbor, inadvertently entering a life or death situation.
I'm gonna I thoroughly enjoyed DIY. I don't know if I would consider it a horror short.
I would agree that it's horror. I would agree with you for sure.
Is it more thriller? Is it more?
It's
drama,
kind of like it's
like crime thriller,
crime thriller, like comedy, almost. You know what I mean? Like
absurd satire,
but kind of, yeah. And it's fun. I mean, the entire thing was super well done, and I loved all of the characters and having this woman stumble into a scenario and then having to basically kind of just like navigate that. I mean, we've got bound people, we have hitmen, we have dead bodies. Nice. Like it's a fun cast of characters, and I think I don't know, I had a lot of fun with it. My only critique is that I just don't really see it as a horror movie.
I agree.
Certainly.
But it was also one that I was like, I'd love to see this person get like a full length feature.
My God, yeah. We
said something else was Tarantino-y. This was Tarantino-ish, I would say. Crime, thriller, comedy, all of that
almost Guy
going
Ritchie
on.
Kind of like, without the British accent.
But a character actor, Damon Harriman, is the hitman in it, and he's in a ton of stuff. He's actually in he's great. Charles Manson in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Speaking of Tarantino. He was also in Together that came out this year.
Ah, yes, of course.
He's in a ton of stuff. He's in Justified. That's where I first saw him, and I've just always noticed him since.
Justified. Awesome. So that's everything we were able to check out. I hope it has enticed you all enough to look into any one of these and do your best to look at them with your own eyes and let us know your opinions. Before we get out of here, we said we're going to bring you the ScreamFest 2025 winners. Unfortunately, the majority of the things that won, we weren't able to check out.
That's right.
Yes.
So the big one that won like a lot of these top spots here was a movie called Don't Leave the Kids Alone. Here, let me go over and tell you a little bit about what that was real quick. I'll just read the synopsis. A mother moves into a new house with her 2 children. One night, she must leave the siblings home alone. What begins as a blast of carefree play soon turns into a claustrophobic horror story.
Ooh.
So that won for the likes of Best Picture, Best Director, Best Cinematography, and Best Musical Score. So that picked up four awards there. So I put it on my
Watch
raise
list.
that up on the list. I want to check that one out. Best editing went to a movie by the name of Shed. Best special effects went to Deathgasm 2 Gormageddon, as well as best makeup.
Deservedly from what I'd seen, because it was all practical. It's not like it looked real, but it looked great. I feel like horror fans particularly would appreciate it, if that makes sense.
Sure. Okay. And then we had Best Actress, Manny Shanks for Shed. That's the second time I mentioned Shed. Shed is on Christmas Eve, a crazed, estranged man with nothing to live for embarks on a murderous rage, killing a family in cold blood. As he starts to take over the family's property, unbeknownst to him is one more family member, a curious, courageous 10-year-old girl, Mia, who has found herself locked in the farm's work shed accidentally through a game of hide and seek. Mia must survive in the shed for days without food or water until someone comes for her, but soon that person will eventually be the insidious dying man. The 2 characters must come face to face. What unravels as a thrilling game of cat and mouse through desperation, revenge, and incredible endurance. What unravels is a thrilling game, yeah.
Huh. What's that
girl
movie
stuck
we
in a
watched?
shed.
The Shitter? What was it called?
Stuck in
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's like that without poop.
Pitfall's like that too, a little bit, almost kind of like because of the person stuck in there.
I thought of it immediately.
Yeah. Best Actor, Rodrigo Noya for The Dollmaker. Short Film Audience Award went to Very Prosperous Men. The best short film was The Last Snow. The best animated short film, there's a whole animated category they had, Frankenstruck. Best student short film, Terrier. Best screenplay went to High Rise, and that was all the awards that I have listed here. So shout out and congrats to all the winners, taking home everything from ScreamFest, and to everyone involved in it, everyone's movies over there. That's fucking awesome to be in a fest, and I am so happy and honored to have been able to do this with you guys, for you guys, and all that. This was really cool. Our first year at ScreamFest. I would love to do it again next year and continue as long as you guys want to keep listening. I'm talking to the audience and you
absolutely. Too. And I'm sorry that this round I got locked in a broom closet.
No, it's okay, man. I mean, these things happen. Everyone knows who we are. We're busy people stuck in a crypt. After all, our time is hard to come by. So we do what we can, but we're very fortunate here, and I am happy to have been doing it with you guys because I love you guys so much, and I love everyone else out there. I don't think there's much else to say. Look out for our normal episodes, and go ahead and give us a little comment, a little like, a little subscribe, a little share. I'll say all that kind of crap again. Why not?
Kiss your phone.
We all love you so much, and until kiss your phone, kiss me through the phone.
Oh yeah, do that too.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And until next time, avoid the time loop.